evening and welcome to Made with Love by Sarah. Sorry we're late, we just had a few technical difficulties. As usual, we will get to grips with this one day. We are not live on YouTube tonight, just on Facebook. So I'm just messing with my phone to try and get the volume to go off. But it won't switch off. Let's try turning it down. So we've been messing about with the speakers tonight and trying to make the volume better, the sound better. Hi Robin. Hi Mum. We've had some technical difficulties, but I hope it sounds better this week. We have been working on it to try and get it to sound better. So how are we? So this morning I was getting ready to go to work and I stubbed 3 toes on the bed leg and I think I've damaged a toe and it really hurts. Good, that's better. Thank you, Jamie, for letting me know. So this week we are going to do some more Christmas cards and then I'm done with Christmas cards. I need a rest for now. I'm not going to play with Christmas cards again, not for a little while. But I wanted to do Michaela's snowman, so I've been working out how to do it to make it a nice snowman. So we're going for a 3D snowman tonight. So we've got 4 cards. I'm all prepared. I've just done one last minute, but the cards are a different size tonight. They're a bit smaller than I have been making, because if you do them a bit smaller you can get 2 out of 1 sheet of A4 card. So I just want to start by showing you. Remember, I didn't do anything with my toe and I regret it. I know, but I've still been to work, Mum, and everything was all good. So 11.5 inches first. So an A4 sheet of paper is 11 3/4 or thereabouts, depending on where you get it from. So all I'm cutting off is that, and that's all the waste from this size card, but they are a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cut this at 8 inches. Oh no, I just lied to you. We've got a bit more waste. So we've now got 8 inches by 11 3/4, and I'm going to cut that at 4 inches. So the card base measures 4 inches by 5 3/4, but you can get 2 out of a sheet. And I need for this one I need a 1/4 inch. So that one's for our card base. I need a matte layer to go on top. So 5 3/4. So I'm going to cut this one at 5.5 by 3 3/4. That's not waste. That'll be for another card front. But we'll just throw that to one side. And this, if I've done it right, should just fit on there nicely. Can you see? So we'll get rid of the guillotine. We don't need that anymore. and I just need to, I've prepared all the other card blanks, so I just need to prepare this one, and then we get on to the fun stuff. So, have we had a good day? Hi Tracy, yep, no problem. It'll be on Facebook forever and ever. Hope you're okay. So I've scored that at 5 3/4. I'm pushing it into the corner of my scoreboard. And just give it a, sorry, I'm not in screen. Just give it a burnish. And that's all the boring stuff done. If I cut that right, that just fits nicely on there, giving us a nice little border all the way around. So, which card shall we do first? We've got a snowman. Oh, Michaela, no worries, darling. I'm glad you eventually got out. You could get... Oh, and you forgot it was Friday. Bless you. So we've got a snowman, a wreath, a Christmas tree, and you've not missed anything. I've just made a card blank. That's all. And given the measurements. So the measurements are 5 3/4 by 4 inches. So we've got a snowman, a bauble, a wreath, and a Christmas tree. Which shall I do first? Shall I do the snowman first? Yeah, I'll do the snowman first. Michaela's excited about a snowman. So I've got a little pot. Okay, Mum, I'll do the snowman. Got a little pot with all snowman's ingredients. We've got his head, his body, his hat, his nose and his eyes and his buttons. So as I go through it, I've got black buttons. As I go, I'll just move them to one side, up there. Let's keep him safe up there. And his little nose and his little hat. As I do it, I'll go through and tell you what I did. So these circles, I just cut them out using a circle, but same as last week, you can just cut round anything just to make a rough shape. So these measure 2 inches. For his head, these measure 1.5 inches. So, oh, I didn't check my glue beforehand. I hope it's okay. It's because I was messing about with technical difficulties. I didn't get to check my glue. So with these, really easy. All I'm going to do is just fold them in half. So this is just like copier paper, printer paper that you just put in your printer, because we need them to be not too thick. You can use pattern paper, but with it being a snowman, I just wanted it to be plain white. So that's them folded in half. I'll fold these while we're on it. So have we all had a good day? What have you been up to? Let me know what you've been up to. Just while I fold these in half. I've got five circles for his body and 5 circles for his head. You don't have to be too exact about this either, just fold them in half. So now we've got our half. What I'm going to do is put glue on this half, this on one side, and then just stick the other on top. and just keep going until they're all glued together. Giving them a good press down. Remember, the heat from your fingers helps the glue stick. So there's that one, and we just need to do the last one. So I've already cut my card blanks for all these. So I'm just going to give that a little press down, and while that's drying, I'm just going to pop something that's quite heavy on top just to keep that down. And those of you that know Paul know what this is. It's what I use as my paperweight. So all this training was very good so that I can have a paperweight. Oh, Michaela. At least it's done now. Guests in hotels are not very caring sometimes. Mum, you've been cleaning. I should have been. But I came home, sat down and went to sleep. So there's his head glued together. So while they're just under that paperweight, what I'll do is pop this card together. So because it stands quite tall, well, it can do. It does fold flat to go in an envelope. I'm just going to stick everything flat. I'm not going to use any foam pads. In fact, I don't think I'm using any foam pads all night tonight. That's unusual for me. So I've got it as a top fold card. I'll just stick that on there. So now these should be dry enough to handle. So these are stuck together, but then as you can see when I stick it down, they stick up, but then they also fold flat to go in your envelope. So I'm going to stick this down. The only thing I couldn't work out was how to put a scarf on it. If anybody's got any ideas how I can put a scarf on it, feel free to let me know. Oh, I've put that in the wrong place. It needs to go up there. But with the Collal all-purpose glue, if you get any glue on it on where you don't want it, you just rub it off and it's gone. Also, I've got a glue eraser. So you just rub that on top. Glue's gone. If you don't tell anybody I put it in the wrong place, I won't. I'm missing a thing. There we go. So that's now stuck down. Same with his head. Just popping a bit of glue on each side and stick that down. Don't think that was properly dry yet. So there we go. Snowman's got a head. Now he needs a hat. I think I'm going to have to cut this down a bit. Actually, I'm going to take that off and stick his hat on first. So I've got a piece of card that measures, black card that measures 1 inch by 1 inch. And I've got a piece of card for the brim of his hat. 1 3/4 by 1/4, but I am going to cut that down. So we just need to pop some glue on the front. Oh, Ryan, are you on? Hi, Ryan. I'm going to just... Oh, Michaela has been busy. You alright, Ryan? So I've just stuck his brim of his hat on. I didn't know how big it needed to be, so I've left it too long. I'm going to cut it just like 1/8 of an inch. Cut 1/8 of an inch off. So finished, that measures just under 1.5 inches. So I'll stick this hat down. Pop some more glue on his head. Good, Ray. And then I can manoeuvre them where I want them. So I want his hat to be a bit wonky. So I'm going to pop that there like that. Pop his head on. Something like that, but I don't want the top of the hat to go above the top of the card. So I've done it level with the top of the card. So because we've got 5, 1, 2, I'm going to pop his nose on that one. So all I've done is just cut out 2 small triangles. So I cut a rectangle that was 4/8 of an inch by 1 1/4. So I cut it into a rectangle, and then I just sliced it from corner to corner, opposite corner. Glue them together, and that will make our nose. I'm going to pop 1/2 on this side, and 1/2 on this side. Just making sure that they lie flat together. And then when you see the snowman, no matter which side you look at, you can see his carrot nose. And for his eyes, these I used a hole punch, but this is the waste from the hole punch. So it's the middle bit that you would throw away. So I just used some black card, punched a hole, and kept the middle bit. I'm going to put one on that side and one on this side. It's quite fiddly. If you want to use tweezers, you can do. And there's our little snowman's face. When you pop it together, you see they stand up. And on here I've got 3 more little hole punch dots, and I'm just going to give them a little bend in the middle. Oh, Sarah's just gone downstairs shouting Nana's live. Hi Sarah, are you alright, darling? Hope you've had a good day. How's Demi? I bet she's not watching. So I'm just going to pop these with the little fold in the middle. Just pop in a little bit of glue on there, and then just pop in the little buttons in the middle. Just a tiny, tiny dab of glue. And then I'm just going to fold them together to try and get them to fold where I want them. Push them from both sides. And there we have his little buttons. And a 3D snowman. For the bottom I've just got a Merry Christmas. It was in one of my Christmas crafting sets that I got last year. So I just thought I'd stick that on the bottom because I quite liked it. So I'm just making sure I've got the same gap at the bottom as I have on the sides. I've got a stamper in the middle, but I'll do that at the end. So there's our first Christmas card. Stands up like that, 3D snowman. There's our first card. So let's pop that to one side. So now, same principle. I'm going to do the just get rid of some of this rubbish. So same principle. I'm doing I'll do this bauble. So again, I'm just going to fold this in half. This time I just chose some patterned paper. I try and get it so that the patterns go in the right way. Yes, I did. So I'll fold it that way. Can give it a little burnish, but it's only thin patterned paper. It's a bit thicker than printer paper, but it's still only thin. I obviously want the pattern on the outside because I keep folding it that way. Never mind. So again, let's just pop glue on half, making sure we've got it the right way up. Just glue them together. It's really easy. It's the longest bit of time is cutting your circles out. Trying to make sure I've got all my edges level. Glue on that side. But again, with the Kalal glue, there is wriggle time. So you don't just have to pop it straight down. That's a bit wonky. There we go. I need to fill up my glue bottle, I think. While I get my card ready, I'm just going to pop that under there to dry. Get rid of my spare snowman. So, there's my card blank. There's my matte and layer. I'm just going to get my, same as I did last week. Just going to roughly measure this. That's about the middle. Oh, wrong end, fat end. We need a fine tip. And I'm just going to draw a line. It doesn't have to be exact. And I've gone too far, but that's okay. So we need our bauble right way up, pop glue on both the sides. And I'm going to leave room to stamp Merry Christmas at the bottom. So I just need to place this in the middle making it as level as I can do. Give it a nice press down. I'm going to press from the back as well because there's less layers on the back. Use the heat of my hand to warm it up. And again, same principle as the snowman. The bauble will stand up. And I'll just pop a little on the top of the bauble, so it's like the top crown at the top. And then stick this onto the, again, because it's got so much height already, I'm just going to stick it straight down. I'm not going to put it on any glue foam pads, but I do like the white on white. I think I've missed a few comments there. Cinnamon Graham's.
Kelly wants something nice from Elster.
Oh, an air fryer, no better. And I'm just going to stamp Merry Christmas at the bottom, but I'm going to do all my stamping at the end if I've got time. So now I need a piece of scrap paper. I didn't show you. So that's our bauble card. Again, on a 10th fold, so it stands up like that, and I'll put some gems on there as well. So we've got a lot of bits for this next one. Paul's been having goo cheesecakes. So this one is going to be a wreath. So I've cut out lots of greenery. You can use any dye. I think I got mine from Amazon. So it's just like leaves and things. Got my blank card base, same size, and my matte layer, which I'm going to stick on. Precision tip applicator, because I need it for this thing. So I'm just going to grab a leaf, pop glue on the bottom layer and stick it down. I'm not going to stick these ends down because I want a bit of movement. And any piece, I'm just going to grab a piece, glue on the bottom layer and the stem, and guess where to put it, really. As long as you end up with kind of a circle at the end, it'll be fine. So I have got some, I'll put that there, and if I do my far ends, then I'm going to end up with a kind of circle. I have laid them out, but I haven't glued them down, so anything could happen. Hopefully it'll be alright at the end. Oh, Paul, that were mean.
What?
An inhaler.
I didn't say that.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, what did you say?
Cheesecake maker.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave I'm going to put Merry Christmas. In fact, I'm going to stick that down now, and then I know I've got enough room for it. Just going to stick Merry Christmas in the middle, level-ish. Then basically you just keep going round and round till you think it's got enough on. I'm putting all the leaves in the same direction though, so the circles go in clockwise. Maybe. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm kind of popping the stems underneath the last one to give it a bit of movement. And we just need to keep going. Yes, Michaela, tell us.
For a clip.
A fire extinguisher. Ryan, you're being mean.
How do you spell reflect?
I don't know. Kennel noise, Canon.
Just spelled it wrong.
Very nice, Michaela. Oh, he's on the phone. Hi, Ken on the phone. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's enough. Oh, we'll have one more there. Do we think I should stop now? Oh, it's a bit bare there. I'll have another one there. Go in and stick it underneath. Let's have one more. One more for luck. In there. And then I've just got a bow. Does the bow go at the top or the bottom on a wreath? I don't know. Let me know whether to put it on the top or the bottom. I'll stick this onto the base. Again, it's not as high as the other two, but it's got a little bit of dimension on it. So I want to make these ones easy for posting. Bottom. Okie dokie. So I'll pop it there. Because there's leaves underneath, I'm just going to pop my paperweight on top just to stick that bow down. And that is card number 3. We're flying through them. So, card number 4. I didn't know if I had enough, so I've got some scrap paper just to cut some more out. Where's all my bits? There's all my bits. So I've got loads more leaves. Basically, we're going to make this look like a Christmas tree. I've got a star for the top. I've got a Christmas wishes for the bottom. And I've just cut out a lot more leaves. But on the tree, I've got some shiny ones. You see them shining. So first of all, I'm going to stick my Christmas wishes at the very bottom. And then I know how much room I've got to play with. So I think that will look nice round about there. Let's try and get it level. At least try. Yep, that's about level. And I'm just going to get my pencil and my ruler. And I'm just going to roughly, because it's a Christmas tree, I want it to be a little bit more organised than a bit random. Even though I still want it to be random. So I'm going to measure in 1 inch to that point there. And I'm going to go over there, but only just. I want my star there, so I want my tree to finish roughly there. And I'll just draw a little guideline, really. I will go outside of it, but, you know, just to keep me on the right track, because I've got to stick all these pieces on. So again, I'm using my precision. I need to practice that. Precision tip applicator bottle. First of all, I'm just going to do just like a rough line going across the bottom. And again, I want to keep the ends so they're a bit, you know, natural and a bit, so they can move. Oh, I lost a leaf. I've not had any dinner yet, Michaela. But I'm having Slimming World, steak and root mash. Went to Iceland today, got a delivery. Got some My Protein meals for Paul and some Slimming World for me. What are you having? Are you using your new oven dish? Have you had yours yet, Ryan? I think I've cut too many of these. I hope so anyway. Else we'll be here a while, guys. So I am going over the lines a bit. But I'm kind of trying to stick to the general shape of a Christmas tree. I'm going underneath some. And I'm probably going a bit thin. I can probably make it a bit wider. Make it a bit more uneven, shall we say. Because I don't want there to be any white. Spicy chicken and couscous. Don't know if I like couscous, right? Do you like couscous, Paul?
I don't know. Never tasted it.
Oh, we'll have to try it then, won't we? It's like sad pasta, Ryan says.
Sad pasta.
Yeah. So let's just keep going with our. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. I think it's a bit thin. It needs to be a bit more pointy at the bottom. So that's the beauty of this. You can just add. That's what I think it needed. There. Let's do one of them at the other side. Make it wider, like a proper Christmas tree. That's what I need to do. We're having a discussion on salad. Subway salad can fill you up. Are we getting there with this now? I think we must be. I think I won't make too many of these cards all at once because it's a bit boring. I think I'll have to make another because I've got too many things here. Did anybody manage to have a look at Made Me last week? I'm thinking... Oh, couscous doesn't fill you up. Taste of nothing and don't fill you up. Oh, Paul wouldn't be happy then, would he? I think he's just banned couscous from the house.
The two things I want in food: taste and to be filled up.
That's a bit sticky up, that one. I'm just going to put a lot of glue just to calm him down. He's a bit excited. Does it need any more or shall I stop? Do you know what, Michaela? I think you might be right. Shall we put some going out? Although, do they? Trees grow up. I don't know.
Well, the one out back here.
Our tree out back definitely grows up.
Goes underground, doesn't it?
It grows underground. It grows in roof. The one out back, you probably see it. Can you see it? Can you see the tree out back? Growing again. Covering our garden again. There you go, Mum. I'm putting some leaves out. Excuse me.
What did Michaela say that was right?
Couscous. I've seen cooking programs with couscous. Right, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm actually bored of doing that now. There's a lot of them. I think that looks like a Christmas tree. It's not very level. So I'll make it a bit more level with that one. We'll use the holly. I'm just going to put it down a little bit at this side just to level it up. I wasn't checking how level I was being. But trees are not level, are they? Trees are just... Ah, that's better. So let's get rid of that scrap paper and I'm going to pop the star on the top. Every Christmas tree needs a star. And again, to keep that down, I'm just going to pop the paperweight on it. Let's leave it over there. Just fluff these up a little bit. And the bow's nice and stuck. So now we need to do just a bit of stamping, that's all. I'm getting my stamping mat. My dirty stamping mat. And what we're going to do on this one. What does this one? It's the most wonderful time of the year. We'll go with that. So using my black Tuxedo Black Memento ink and just a stamping block. I just need to wipe my stamping block. Oops. Give it a dry. Pick it up on my block. I'm going to pick it up so it's kind of level to give me half a chance. And I'm just going to do a test stamp to see how it does. That's fine. So I'm just going to go straight in, be brave, straight onto the card. Tapping away, good even pressure. I'm going to pop the card level with a line. Just pick a grid line, pop your card level. And I'm just going to be brave and say that's where I want it. And that's fine. I'm happy with that. So that's that card done. And the reef, again, they're all tent cards, tent fold cards. So that's card finished. With this one, I'm going to put it's the most wonderful time of the year in the middle. Right way up, let's turn it round so we don't get confused. And put a bit more ink on. Because it's photopolymer, you can see through. So if there's a bit that hasn't got as much ink on, you can kind of see it. Again, just be brave, put it down. If it doesn't work, we can always stamp it on a piece of paper, stamp it on another piece of card, and stick it on top. Poor snowman's squashed. Come on, snowman. Oh, he's going to be squashed again, isn't he? Again, it's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm determined to put it on one upside down. And with this one, oh, yep, this one, we might as well carry on and do the same. Oh, I've not stuck that down. Let's stick that down. Yeah, I'm determined to do it upside down. There we go, in the middle. That's that one. And on this one, no, on one of them, this one, I need to pop Merry Christmas on the bottom. So I'm going to be brave. Clean my stamping block, give me half a chance. And I'm going to stick, I'm going to pop that kind of where I think I want it. Yeah, I'm going to do it that side. Yeah, I want it that side. So I'm going to push my bauble flat, pick up the stamp. Again, because I've not used this one for a few days, I'm just going to do a little test stamp Perfect. And just go for it. Trying to make sure it's level. Just going to give it a little press just to get the ink into the paper. And be brave, pull it off straight up. Perfect. I like that. Put the lid on the ink because that can be very dangerous. Get rid of that board, and I'm just going to find some little gems. Oh, I've got a square orange one there from somewhere. Just pop some little gems. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that this card needs them. I'll have a look at the others. I don't know. I know the snowman doesn't need anything. He's fine. Let's have a look at the cards. That could possibly use some. So while I'm putting these on, I'm going to have a look at all your comments after. So while I'm putting these gems on, just have a look and tell me if you think any of the others need gems. Ryan says it's boring and doesn't taste. No, he said doesn't taste of anything and it doesn't fill you up. Ken's at work, so I don't. I'll be having Weetabix. So, do we think any of these need any gems, or are they okay as they are? I think that's just finished that one off nicely. Snowman doesn't. I'm happy with this snowman. No, I think that's tomorrow, Sarah. What's tomorrow? So, I think I'm going to leave them as they are because I think that they're all nice. So let me know which one you like best. They will be going on to Made Me at some point during the weekend. So if you're interested, have a look. Put some on the tree as baubles. Let's have a go at that then. Can you see it? Don't think you can really see it, Mum. It's that one there. I don't think you can see them. The bottom right. We'll have the bottom right. Is that one? I moved them. We'll have the bottom right one for Grandma. Sold. I'll pop a couple on, and then if you're looking close up, you'll be able to see them. Put 5 on. Keep it as an odd number. Oh, that one don't want to leave me. Won't leave my finger. Must have glue on my fingers. How much? 50p. Pound Ken. 50p. If you want it 50p, you can have it. And I've just decided that I want to put some just in these corners on this. I think it might just finish it off a bit. I think I'll be too busy making everybody else's Christmas cards. I'll have to buy mine. Or by then, I'll have run out of ideas, I think. Yes, it did need them. Just to make them extra special. 2. And the last one, that's 3. And I'm going to leave it at that. So let me know which one you like most of all. Which one you like best. So there's another 4 Christmas card ideas. Can you see them? They look like fairy lights. That one's just wiggling out of the way in the wrong place. Right, so there's our 4 for tonight. As always, thank you very much for joining me. If you like what you've seen, please think about subscribing. Give us a thumbs up. And if you want any cards that I've made or that you've seen me make, check out my Made Me store. So it's Made Me UK. And then you search for Made with Love by Sarah. I am thinking about going on Etsy. You like the tree snowman bauble? Do you not like the wreath? What's the wreath done wrong? I am thinking about going on Etsy, but I think I need 2 weeks holiday to be able to set it up. So for now, it's just Made Me UK. Search with Made with Love by Sarah. And I will... You like the wreath, Mick? Thank you. I'm going to put a few more on there though, because there's a bit more on this side than there is on this side. So I'm just going to fill it out a bit more, make it a bit more round. Make it look not as... For some reason it's gone a bit square there. Oh yes, I do. Finger got tired. Thanks, Mum. So I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you all soon. Love you all. Bye. bob on an hour.